Hi, this is Kevin for Kn0ck0ut.com. In this video, we are looking at creating an a cappella track using a plugin called Kn0ck0ut. Now, Kn0ck0ut is a VST plugin that allows you to work in Audacity or any other digital audio workstation and to create acapellas if you've got the instrumental, or if you've got, sometimes even if you haven't got an instrumental. In this case, I've got a phase cancelling instrumental, and it's the same one that I've used in a couple of previous videos. So I'll just quickly preview it. So we've lined everything up at the beginning. We've already done the lining up of the instrumental with the original. The instrumental is below, the original is up here. And because it's lined up, we are getting a really good a cappella at the beginning. Now that's the phase cancellation that we're getting there. On its own, the original sounds like this. And that's the instrumental. So the phase cancellation works with this particular track up until about 25 seconds when things become misaligned. So we kind of move from a really good a cappella to like the full track over about 3 or 4 seconds. And that was a problem that I had when I was doing the original phase cancellation technique, and it was also a problem that I had when I was using Utagoe, because Utagoe wasn't able to completely align the tracks so that we got complete phase cancellation everywhere. What we're going to do is to use a different method which is going to produce results slightly similar to Utagoe. But I think because we're working in Audacity, it's a VST plugin, we've got a little bit more freedom. You know, we can kind of like see what we're doing. We can hit the preview button. You'll see what I mean. We go to Effect and choose Kn0ck0ut. Now, this is a frightening looking little dialogue. I'll have a link to the plugin in the description. Just a couple of points about Kn0ck0ut. It's version 0.8, so it's a beta. It was, I think, released in 2005, and it's no longer under development. There is a version of this which is available in Linux, which is apparently a little bit improved, but I'm not sure how well it works. So this is the best that we've got. Let's go on ahead and apply it, but before we apply it, we need to prepare. And here is the tricky part about using Kn0ck0ut. We can use it just as it is and try to get an a cappella without even the instrumental, and sometimes that will work, and I'll cover that maybe in a future video. But for this video, I want to show you how you use it with an instrumental, because that requires a little bit of brain work. So we've got the instrumental down here and the original here. We need to split the original and the instrumental by going to the track menu. I'm going to choose split stereo track, and it creates 2 tracks, and we'll go again split stereo track. Now with the original one, we've got the left and the right, and also with the instrumental. You don't have to do this, but just to make things easy, I'm going to get rid of the right track for the instrumental and also for the original. And that just gives us the left tracks, which, because I already aligned them, these are in perfect alignment, at least at the beginning here. What we'll then do, if I hit play, you'll hear that they still do phase cancellation. But everything is coming from the left. We'll go to the top one. It is really important that the original is on the top and the instrumental is on the bottom. We'll go to the top one and choose Make Stereo Track. And what it does is that it takes the left of the original and it makes it the left of this particular new stereo track. And it makes the left of the instrumental the right of the new track. If we play it now, it will sound like two tracks playing together, the instrumental and the original. So we can hear the instrumental in the left and we can hear the instrumental in the right and the original in the left. We go to Effect and call up Knockout, and if we now do a preview, and I'm using the settings which are factory presets defaults, and that gives us an extract center of FFT of 4096, and then everything else is kind of more or less zeroed out, or it's at off, so the blur, low cut and high cut. And that's how I'm going to use it all the way throughout this video.
When judgment comes for you, what you gonna do? When it ain't nowhere to hide. When judgment comes for you, 'cause it's gonna come for you.
A pretty good acapella, a really usable one. And if you wanted to, you could apply it, and then, you know, and it's cancelling out even in areas where the tracks were not in alignment. Every day. So you could do this and just go throughout the track and see if it's working fine throughout. So right at the end here, let's apply it and see what it sounds like. So you can see the instruments are beginning to come in at the end there. So now, because these two tracks came from the original CD, from the original CD single, what I would do, because it's not syncing right at the end here, I would actually go and grab another. This one is the DJ Unique's Mo-Thug remix of The Crossroads. I would go and find another mix and see if that mix was better at cancelling out with this instrumental. So that would be my option there. And if I couldn't find one that actually cancels out with the instrumental right at the end here, well, it would be a question of, I could kind of maybe work around that in my remix. If I was working on a remix, if I was doing a mashup, I might just completely miss this area out altogether. Or I could work on trying to get an acapella, and you can actually do that to some extent using Knockout. So for instance, I could come here and look for settings that actually, so it's sounding a little bit a cappella now, but the audio quality has gone down. But you could find some other way of getting rid of the instruments there, and Knockout is definitely one of the alternatives that you could look at for that. But basically that is it. I'm just going to show you a quick problem that I came across with this one. So if I wanted to apply it, even though it sounded great with all the previews, if I go and select the first 45 seconds, and let me just take it back to defaults, play it. You can hear it sounds like a great a cappella, but when we apply it, I'll hit apply, you'll hear that there's a problem that comes in. I just want to quickly discuss this because it's something you might encounter and you'd need to figure out how to handle this. Okay, so if we now play it, switch this on. You can see it hasn't quite done the phase cancellation, and I'm going to undo that. So the vocals start just around there, and I'm just going to zoom in. So that's where the vocals start, just there. And I'm going to, instead of selecting from the beginning, because the first part here is just instruments, I don't want to select that part. I'm just going to ignore that part and then just select from just before where the vocals kick in. And if we now apply Kn0ck0ut there, what you should find is that it works a lot better than it did before. So what I'm going to do is to play it, and you'll notice that the first part has been unaffected. So we could actually just go there and just delete that part, because that's just the instrumental. And then where the vocals start, it should sound good.
Boom, 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 boom. Tell me what you got.
And it remains all really good. So you can see it's really kind of done a pretty decent job there, and slightly better job than Utagoe in this particular case. So let's finish off with a comparison of Kn0ck0ut, Utagoe, and just ordinary phase cancellation. So this is going to be Kn0ck0ut. And you can see for the first 45 seconds it all looks very good, but we have got just the one track. This is what we had with the original phase cancellation. At the beginning there, I could get phase cancellation, but I needed to realign everything manually. And there's quite a lot of work that needs to be done cleaning up the area in the middle. I mean, there's pretty good phase cancellation taking place there, but there's a lot of cleaning up that needs to be done. And this is Utagoe. And Utagoe actually sounded quite good right at the end there, but we needed to do some work there as well. So that's basically a comparison of these techniques. They all have their advantages and their disadvantages. I think the original phase cancellation might be good enough for you if you're working on, you know, a very heavy mashup or something. You might want to keep some of the drums and some of the other instruments there. But the other techniques, when you want a cleaner acapella, they do work well in terms of getting some of the alignment issues sorted out, and they also, I think, do clean up the acapella quite well. So in a future video, I'll look again at Kn0ck0ut and how you can use it without an instrumental. But for this video, that's going to be it. If you like the video, hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe for more videos. I'll see you later. Bye.